Dads, we are better people today because of what you have taught us.
Life lessons from Dad.
Lesson 1.
Integrity.
One of the things that my father taught me was integrity. You know, whenever he went for social events, people would also ask him to drink or smoke or do something that he doesn't want to, and he always taught us to say no if you don't feel comfortable to do it. And even when I was in college, I would have friends that would pressure me to drink or to smoke or try something, and the tagline would be, just try it, it won't hurt you, just try it once, if you don't like it, then don't do it. If they kept pressuring me, I just tell them that it's something I'm not comfortable doing, and please stop pressuring me. And that's really one thing that he taught me, and it really stuck through my life.
Lesson 2.
Wise spending.
One really big lesson that I learned from my dad is that to spend wisely. You know, when I see a new guitar, I'll feel, oh, I want that guitar. Without thinking, I'll just purchase it. The problem I face every time I make such an impulse purchase is that I regret every time I buy something. What my dad does is, when he buys a new car, he will, check what's the most fuel efficient car there is, and when he comes to buy the golf set, he will, by the time he makes his decision, it will take 6 months because he does his thorough research. When he made such purchases with good research, he never regrets in the purchases he made, unlike me. So that's one big lesson I made, was to spend wisely.
Lesson 3.
Being there.
When I was young, my dad taught me how to ride the bicycle. And every time I fell, he would pick me up, rub my knees, and tell me it would be okay. As I went to school, when grades were down, he would still be there to tell me that it's going to be alright. Over the years, although challenges have grown harder, more than just falling off a bicycle, one thing that has remained constant is the assurance that my father is there to always pick me up and stand by my side.
Lesson 4.
Heroism.
And there was one time we were in a boat, and in the boat caught fire, and my dad was far away, about 50 meters away, and I saw the love that he had for us as he jumped into the water, and he swam all the way just to save me. And until today, I always thank my dad, because without him, I do not know where I would be today.
Lesson 6. Cooking.
I remember one incident when I was in university, and I was doing my accounting paper. The night before the exam was my last chance to get a pass. I went into the room at almost midnight, and I told him, Papa, I'm going to fail. I thought he was going to be very angry, but he came out to the hall, he showed grace, and he stayed up with me to give me a crash course in accounting. Of course, it helped that he is an accountant by trade, but he stayed up the whole night to take me through the concepts.
Lesson 5.
Sacrifice.
Over the years, the greatest lesson that I've learned from my dad is how to love. And it's not so much in the expression of words, but in the demonstration of the things that he has done to my brothers and I. I will never forget how my dad gave up all of his life savings so that he could provide for my brothers and I to go overseas to study.
Lesson 7.
Godliness.
I really love it that Dad takes us out to our weekly family dinners without fail.
Yeah, I think it's a great time when we can come together as a family.
Apart from that, he also models how his life is. He does his devotion every single day without fail, and he shows us how to live a godly life, like how he teaches us very true with all his heart.
Lesson 8.
Legacy.
Now that our dads are granddads, they continue to show us how much they love us by going the second mile to help us with our kids in any way possible, picking up him from school, helping to buy food for me even when I was in confinement time with Jaden, and they really are wonderful mothers.
And being a father myself now, I begin to appreciate the sacrifice that my dad made for all of us. And I believe that it is one of those legacies and footprints that they have left in our life. And I thank you for that, because now I can also pass all this legacy and footprints down to my kids. Thank you very much. Happy Father's Day!
Happy Father's Day!
Happy Father's Day!
Happy Father's Day!
Happy
Father's Day!
For every tear,
For every sacrifice.
for everything.
Thank you, Dad. Happy Father's Day.